Stephen Curry II was born in Akron, Ohio, March 14, 1988, but mainly grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's the older son of former NBA star Del Curry. Steph learned the fundamentals of basketball by watching and practicing with his dad. However, it was his mom, a former Division I volleyball star, who instilled discipline to train him in basketball. While Del Sr. was with the team on road trips. Steph had two siblings. His younger brother, Steph Curry, they went onto a career in professional basketball after starting at Duke University. Curry's younger sister, Sidel, became a volleyball player at Elon University.
Golden State is on the clock with the number 7 pick.
Who else is Golden State's point guard?
With the 7th pick in the 2009 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College. The 6'3" junior guard out of Davidson, quite simply is
Steph Curry, multi-award winning NBA star, basketball superstar, one of the greatest players to ever hit the court. Who is this behemoth of a player? Well, we're about to find out. Let's dive in.
Court right there. So I wasn't too happy about that, but next time we play him, hopefully I can beat him.
If you weren't in the NBA, what would you do for a living?
I probably would have tried to play professional golf. That's my favorite sport other than basketball. I was pretty good at it when I was in high school, so I would probably pursue that.
What would it mean to you to play in the All-Star?
For me, worked so hard and had a lot of people, help me along the way to get to where I am now. So it would be great to represent my.
Steph Curry was recruited by a major basketball college program. Despite his starter career at Charlotte Christian Secondary School, he enrolled at a tiny Davidson College near his hometown. He immediately showcased his skills by scoring 32 points against the University of Michigan in his second game, and wound up earning Southern Conference Freshman of the Year honors, which is insane at that level because he was so young. Curry became a national star in March of his sophomore year when he carried the Wildcats to a berth in the regional finals of the NCAA tournament. With a series of high-scoring performances, he was performing excellently, and Steph with the 3 pointers, obviously. After leading the nation with an average of 28.6 points per game, per game as a college junior in 2009, Steph was selected the 7th pick in the NBA draft by the Golden State Warriors, which is the beginning of his wonderful, wonderful history.
Incredible underdog. Hadn't won an NCAA tournament in 40 years, is that correct? You guys come out of nowhere, the stunning performance. Did you think that you could pull this off?
I mean, we came in thinking that we could play with anybody in the country, and it showed when we got out there. But I didn't think we would break the records that we did, or we exceeded a lot of people's expectations. So I'm just happy to be a part of it, and it gives our coach McKillop something to be proud of. He's been there 19 years and has gotten there to the tournament 3 times, but hadn't won a game, and then we won 3. So it's a big change for us.
Now, what's it like? You go back to when you're winning these games, you go back to campus. What was the reaction when you go back to campus?
Well, being at Davidson, we finished, I think, Sunday at about 11, got back at 3 a.m., and we're at class at 8:30 in the morning. And actually, I walked in kind of late. Sorry, Coach, don't tell anybody. But
I can't believe you made it to an 8:30 class after what you did, you know?
It was tough, but I walked in, and I was a little late, and the teacher kind of stopped teaching, and just everybody gave us an applause. It was me and one of my teammates, and just gave us an applause. And I sat down kind of awkwardly. I just didn't know what to do. And then
I'd have known what to do. I'd have been like this. I'd have been like Canute, that stupid bear. I'd have ripped my clothes off. For all your success, you get teased on the court by the opposing fans for your baby face. They try and give you a hard time, try and rattle you.
Definitely. Opposing fans, they come up with all sorts of tags to kind of make fun of me. I got one 7 o'clock game. One guy was like, "It's past your bedtime. Why are you out here?"
Right.
And I think I get confused with my brother. He's a senior in high school, going to Liberty, and I walk around with my dad in Charlotte, and like, "Oh, are you going to Liberty next year, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm the one at Davidson. I'm supposed to know, but." I guess me and you kind of have a struggle with the facial hair area, so I can't just.
All right. I'm going to let that slide because you're right. Damn. Well, you grew some facial hair, but it's tough.
I got a spot right here that does not want to grow. I heard there's some kind of product that you could use. I haven't found it yet. I'm looking for it.
I can help you. Let's talk after the show.
We will. But it gets ugly.
You're talking to the right guy. I'm just curious. So many successful athletes, and especially ones that get on such a hot streak, the way you've been playing, they have a ritual, like a pregame ritual that helps them feel comfortable, helps them feel like they're going to win. What about you? Do you have a pregame ritual? Are you superstitious that way?
Me and my roommate, we're roommates all year long on the road. He takes a nap. We both take pregame naps. It has to be at the same time. The same time every day before a game.
That doesn't sound so cool.
Not in the same bed or nothing.
Yeah,
you gotta get it right. He wakes up 10 minutes before I do, takes a shower. I can't get out of the bed until he gets out.
Right.
It's kind of nitty, but I mean, we get it done. And if we don't, we get kind of nervous, so we kind of stick to it.
I'm really proud of what you were able to do in your career, and I don't take that for granted at all.
One last piece of advice I'm gonna give you. It's a great job.
His freshman year of college, the freshman season. Before Steph Curry played in his first game for the Wildcats, his coach Bob McCullough praised him at Davidson alumni event, saying, "Wait till you see Steph Curry, he's something special." In his first collegiate game against Eastern Michigan, he finished with 15 points but committed 13 turnovers. In the next game against Michigan, he scored 32 points and dished out 4 assists, which is insane for a rookie player. On March 2nd, 2007, in the Southern Conference Tournament semifinals against Furman, Steph Curry made his 113th three-point field goal of the year, 113 three-pointers, breaking Cajun Clark's NCCA freshman season record for three-pointers. Steph Curry eclipsed the school freshman scoring record with his 502nd point against Chattanooga on February 6, 2007. On March 15th, that same year, Davidson marched into the NCAA tournament as a 13th seed set to play Maryland. Despite Steph 30 points in the game, Davidson lost 82-70 that game. At the end of that freshman year, Steph Curry was named Southern Conference Freshman of the Year, an amazing achievement for the young star, the MVP for that year, and selected to the SoCon All-Tournament team, an all-freshman team. Also the first team of that collegiate basketball team. He was also an honorary mention in Sports Illustrated that year. After the freshman year ended, he was selected for the USA team to appear at the 2007 FIBA Under-19 World Championships, in which he averaged 9.4 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists in 19.4 minutes, helping Team USA to a silver medal finish. This is an amazing introduction to collegiate basketball for Steph Curry, which he would go on to become a huge superstar. But let's dive into his sophomore.
Mississippi Bullets.
Tell me what it was like building with Clay and then Draymond coming along, because you guys are kind of like the core, the three amigos of what started it, and how you guys were homegrown through the draft.
I mean, it's a different story than like today's league, right? But it was wild to think
with when they traded Monte after during Clay's rookie year, and that was kind of the sign that we were moving into the future. And Draymond comes in, second round pick, the steal of the draft.
Did you
just
know him
waiting for
before
rotation.
that?
No, I didn't know Draymond.
Okay.
at all.
Untamed Gorilla, he came out just biting, just wow, just hungry, dog.
But I don't know if y'all remember. So like their Clay's second year, Draymond, and your first playoff experience and make a difference.
Says a lot.
As a vet goes down, like the rest was history after that, and we just took that experience. Obviously, Clay, he's just so one of a kind, man.
Yeah.
Like low maintenance, low key,
Cool
can
as a
blend in with
fan.
anybody. Knows his role, is competitive as hell, and he can shoot. Like he has the whole package in terms of just how he's helped us win championships. And
Steph Curry's sophomore season. Steph had grown into an adult height of 6'2", and again led the Southern Conference in scoring, averaging 25.5 points per game while adding 4.7 rebounds per game and 2.8 assists per game. He led the Wildcats to a 26-6 regular season record and 20-0 conference record. As a result of Curry's hard work, sweat equity, and exceptional play, Davidson earned him his third straight NCAA tournament bid. On March 28, 2008, he led Davidson to another win against third seed Wisconsin. He scored 33 points as Davidson won 73-56 to advance to the Elite Eight. Steph rejoined Clyde Lovellette, Jerry Chambers, Glenn Robinson as the only college player to score over 30 points in the first 4 career NCAA tournament games. He also tied with Darren Fitzgerald Butler for the single-season record for most 3 points with 158. On March 30, 2008, he set the record against the top-seeded Kansas Jayhawks with his 159 three-pointer of the season. 159 three-pointers is absolutely insane. He scored 25 points in the game, but Davidson lost 59-57 that day, and the Jayhawks went on to win the championship. At the end of that year, he finished the season averaging 25.9 points, 2.9 assists, and 2.1 steals per game, which is high for a player of his level at the time. He was named the Associated Press All-American Second Team on March 31st, 2008. He was also named the most astounding player of the Midwest region of the 2008 NCAA tournament, becoming the first player from a team not making the Final Four to do so since Juwan Howard of Michigan in 1994. Curry was nominated for the ESPY in Breakthrough Player of the Year category that year. That was his sophomore year, which is absolutely incredible. But now let's move on to his junior year before he made it into the NBA.
And like you said, we went on a cool little run, and not because of me, it was just because of what that team
We know
was.
that.
Right.
I mean, you didn't give
Obvious.
Fuck.
Obvious.
Is
what I was trying to say.
pig pussy pork?
That came out wrong.
Is a pig
let him know
pussy
what your
pork?
win- what your
No, you
record
had
was
nothing
when
to
you
do with
did
it.
it. You was
Fuck outta
good
here.
though, right?
It was
The record was good though. What I meant to say was
Way to not contribute.
in the playoffs, I didn't do shit. That's why I don't even count that championship ring. We'll get into that later. But I appreciate the free ride. What I meant to say was we went on a hell of a run when KD was out, but you would hear those rumors like, "Damn, look how good they're doing without him." And I'm just like, damn, people really talk like this, not knowing. Are you done laughing?
I'm listening, dog.
Appreciate you. People not knowing like how good he is, but like they say, they'll see the team doing what they're doing and staying on that consistent pace, and you start hearing like, oh well, they don't even need. And I'm just like,
It's
damn,
so
that's
stupid,
insane.
bro.
Like, do you not realize how motherfucking good this guy is?
It's silly, dog. Oh, I'm good now, dog. You sick,
You
bro.
finally had a moment on me. I'm happy
Now, I'm
for
just
you.
saying, you sick, though.
Yeah.
You said it. I just
it
agreed with
it
you.
came out wrong. You say this motherfucker see it's a pig pussy pork. That's how blatantly obvious it was. One thing before we transition, man, I wanted to touch on is explain Draymond to people who don't know Draymond. Because I think he's one of the most misunderstood people. Got a good heart, but sometimes it comes off the wrong way, and sometimes it's problemful, sometimes it's what's needed. Explain who he is in your words.
The first way I explain him is that Draymond, the basketball player, is not Draymond, the person.
No question.
Right? So, like, we all know Draymond, the person. Nicest dude, caring dude. He always checking in on you. He's loyal. Like,
Same way.
yeah, everything about him, like off the court, is somebody you want like around. You want somebody in your camp like Draymond. On the court, same way. He comes with that passion. Comes a lot of volatility in terms of it galvanize us as a team. Make sure. We got a lot of nice guys, other finesse games on, myself included. Like, you need that fire, like somebody that's that bulldog. And sometimes he'll admit the same thing. Like, sometimes it does get in his way because it might distract from just playing basketball. But over the course of whatever the 9 seasons we've been playing together, I'm taking that every single day of the week.
The good and the bad.
And so... And the bad is just an opportunity to learn, right? Like that narrative is kind of tough because his transgressions are just exposed on the court, like, and the guy that he was, first championship run, whatever, is not the same dude, and he's evolved and learned, and like we all have. It's just he wears everything on the sleeve, and so everybody gets to have that journey with him almost. He's
like the dad out there now. Like you and Clay are
I know,
rehabbing,
man.
resting, and Draymond's out there playing 20-something minutes a game. I talked to him here and there, and it's just he's just a good dude, man. And he takes everything in stride and has. People don't understand how intelligent he is, and
It's
his
crazy,
basketball mind is second to none.
It is. I think Andre said it. Like his IQ is the best he's ever seen, and either it comes out with him trying to make an adjustment, or it comes out in what he says to a certain person at a certain time to get them to do what he wants them to do to help the team win.
Steph Curry's junior year or junior season. After Davidson's loss against Kansas in the NCAA regional finals, he announced he would return for his junior year. He stated that he wanted to develop as a point guard, likely his position in the NBA. On November 18, 2008, he scored a career-high 44 points in Davidson's 82-78 loss to Oklahoma. He extended a career-long streak by scoring at least 25 points for the 7th straight game, which is absolutely incredible. Steph is one of those players where the hard work transcends the court, and the consistency of his three-pointers was going to make history. November 25th against Loyola, Steph Curry was held scoreless as Loyola constantly double-teamed him. It was his only scoreless collegiate game and just his second without double-digit points. He finished 0 for 3 from the field as Davidson won the game 78 for a win over North Carolina State. In the 2009 Southern Conference Tournament that year, Davidson played Appalachian State in quarterfinals and won 84-68. He scored 43 points, which is the third most in Southern Conference Tournament history. The semifinals against College of Charleston, he had 20 points, but Davidson lost that game 52-59, despite lobbying from Davidson's head coach Bob McKillop and Charleston's coach Bobby Cremins. The Wildcats failed to get in the NCAA tournament bid. Instead, they received the 6th seed in the 2008 NIT. Davidson played the 3rd seed South Carolina on the road in the first round. Steph Curry scored 32 points as the Wildcats beat the Gamecocks 70-63. Davidson then lost 80-68 to the St. Mary's Gales in the second round. He registered 26 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in what was the final game of the Wildcats. Absolutely insane. Now, in his final season, that is his 4th year, he averaged 28.6 points, 5.6 assists, and 2.5 steals. He was the NCAA scoring champion and was named consensus first All-American. He opted out of his senior year at Davidson, but he stated he still planned tired. At the ceremony, he also entered Davidson's Athletic Hall of Fame and physically received his diploma. But that is the college career of Steph Curry. Now, where it gets really interesting, the NBA. Let's dive in.
That let you know Steph was listening,
Hey, he's
bro.
a fan.
That
We
let you know Steph
appreciate
was
you, bro. That's a good one. But that's a funny story. I remember I've been talking about the Twins so much because they really fuck with you. But I remember when I was playing for the Clippers, and it was career day, and one twin came out with my jersey, and one twin came out with Steph's jersey. He's like, "Dad, I'm sorry," and people are like, "Oh, he doesn't like." I was like, "I can't be made like Steph. What the fuck? I mean, come on, man, it's Steph." You know what I mean? So I think it's dope to be able to, like I said, what you mean to this next generation is really, man. Like I said, we talk about the game you changed, but like I coach the next generation, and you're the guy. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's handling and learning how to shoot, you know, man. So it's really hats off to really what you've been able to accomplish up to this point, although the story's still, you know, plenty more to write. You've been able to do a lot in this space, man, and we appreciate you. As
AI said, they asked AI his top 5 players of all time. He said your name.
You know what's funny? I have that saved on my phone because that's so
like
much
I talk
love.
to Chuck all the time. We tell each other you love each other like 10 times through the conversation, but like for him to say that,
it's crazy, right? Like I'm never gonna get. I ain't ever gonna have a big head where you like that dude who I picked up a lot of the game and inspiration from. That he's now looking at my game like, yo, he's one of my favorite PG. Like that's.
For him to say that,
Shaq the same way.
Yeah,
like he says so much love for me as well. And in the spirit of times where like some OGs, they don't want to relinquish the
a lot of them be hating. A lot of them be hating. Just to keep it real, they be hating.
And that part of it, like when you see the guys actually, like the same way we respect the OGs, like we want it both ways. And so like when you do hear that means something, man. For sure.
That's what's up, man. I heard a rumor that your mom fined you $100 for every 3 turnovers. Is that true?
It was any 3 turnovers. I had to give her $100, and so she got a lot of handbags. Let's put it that way. We throwing them crazies, and she be up there like she be yelling at me, but she be mad happy at the same time.
She's coming into. I need 2,800. I need Steph 3 more turnovers tonight, and I'm gonna get this back.
Yeah, there's a lot of sports bureau over there with my assist to turnover ratio. She's like.
But I'm enjoying it too.
She didn't seen enough stat sheets in her day. Trust me.
Explain your relationship with Nipsey. Obviously, you know, he was someone I looked up to, admired, got to befriend and come close to. You know, to us, he's a legend. He's on the wall. Tell us what your relationship with Nipsey.
I talked to J-Rock today, so he said what up too.
Tell myself, I got to know him the year before he passed, and he came on my 5 Minutes from Home show. Took time out of his day, came up to the Bay. You know, we hopped in the back of the Sprinter, and like part of that filming, it usually only takes like an hour to get the footage and you have a good conversation, all that. Like I feel like I was talking to him for way longer than that, just because of how real he was and his perspective on life, and like the way he talked about his daughter and raising her and his relationship with Lauren, like all that type of stuff was just real. And obviously his music, it stands for itself. But when you have God in the spotlight that, has a story and has a journey and is able to turn that into inspiration, beyond probably anything he imagined, but the way that he carries himself speaks about more than anything that he does. And the work that he does in the community and all that type of stuff, that, his legacy is going to live on forever. But it's just like it shook me because I literally just met him, and you appreciate people like that have an impact on you.
But I'm sure it was somewhere you felt like you knew him forever, because that's how open, real, and raw he is.
It's exactly. I watched that episode. I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times since we did it, because there's so many gems in there from him in terms of just all the time. And the way that he speaks, he's approachable. Like he takes you on a journey too. Like you can tell like it's authentic, and that part of it is special. So to his family and all that, I know everybody has their back, and and the legacy he leaves, we all have to carry it, right?
Yep.
In our own special, unique way. So
with honor.
TMC, rest in peace,
100%.
Nip. We saw that you attended Kanye's Sunday service.
I
What was that
did.
like?
Please tell me what that was like.
I
He said,
absolutely
"Please."
loved it, bro.
Really?
Like the Sunday service is for. Let's put it this way. I don't care somebody's past, what they stand for. Like you can not agree with somebody, and any and everything that they say. But when they come in, and I think it's when they come in and represent Jesus, and they talk and everything that they do, and the music and the vibe and the spirit that you feel in that place, like it did something to me, like in terms of, that 2.5 hour. Experience, and so I'm rooting for him, man. Like I'm rooting for him in terms of what he's doing, the journey that he's on. If he can change, or you believe that's possible, then anybody can. And I'm not gonna discredit, my God in that respect. And so I was curious about it because I heard so many people going and just the choir or the collective is their name and with Kanye and from his album and all that type of stuff. Like I wanted to experience it, and I had a great time, man. I'm
happy to hear that.
Legit. So
because
shout out to him.
That's one thing Jack says. We don't have to always agree with what someone's saying, but we keep that line of respect. You know what I mean? I think just in culture today, the disrespect is crazy.
And be able to sit down and have a conversation too.
That's it.
Like
and get to know
that
him.
part of it is being able to open that door and have some actual progress. Because if not, we're just gonna sit on the other side of the line and just yell at each other the whole time.
Steph Curry's NBA career. I'm going to go through his early years, his mid-tier years as an NBA superstar. Let's take it from 2009 all the way to 2024 with Golden State Warriors. Let's go. On June 25th, 2009, his father's 45th birthday, Steph Curry was selected as the 7th overall pick in the 2009 NBA draft by the Golden State Warriors. However, Ellis announced at the media session that he and Curry were too small to play together. Curry appeared in 80 games during the 2009-2010 season, 6.2 minutes. The second half of the rookie season put him in the Rookie of the Year race. He was named the Western Conference Rookie of the Month in January, March, and April, finishing as the only Western Conference rookie to win the award 3 times. He finished runner-up for the NBA Rookie of the Year behind Tyreke Evans, and was unanimous NBA All-Rookie First-Team selection, become the first Warriors player since Jason Richardson, all the way from 2001, to earn All-Rookie Team First-Team honors. He scored 30-plus points 8 times, setting the most 30-point games by any rookie in 2009-2010 and the most since LeBron James had 13 and Carmelo Anthony had 10 in 2003. Steph Curry had 5 30-point, 10-assist games, which tied Michael Jordan for the second most 30-point, 10-assist games by a rookie. And that is the beginning of his greatness. In the Warriors season finale against Portland Trail Blazers on April 14th, Steph Curry recorded a then career-high 42.9 rebounds and 8 assists, becoming the first rookie since Robertson in 1961 February to register at least those numbers in each category in the same game. He finished his rookie season with 166 3-pointers, which is, for a rookie, this is generational, which were at the time the most ever by a rookie in NBA history. The most ever 3-pointers in a single year in NBA history. If he stopped there, he would have remembered forever, but nah, he didn't stop there. He went on to do even greater things, but let's continue. Prior to the start of the 2012-2013 season, he signed a 4-year, $44 million contract extension with the Warriors. At the time, many basketball writers considered the move risky for Golden State because of Curry's injury history over the course of the year. He and his former basketball teammate, Klay Thompson, gained a reputation for their perimeter scoring, earning the nickname Splash Brothers. In 2012 to 2013, he appeared in 78 games, averaging career highs of 22.9 points and 6.9 assists to go with 4.0 rebounds, and 1.62 steals in 38.2 minutes. He set a new NBA single-season three-point record with 272 three-pointers, eclipsing the previous mark set by Ray Allen. That's 269 in 2005. Doing so on 53 less attempts than Allen did with Seattle. Now, let's go straight to his championship year, the year he won the NBA championship. Now, this year, 2014, the Warriors hired former NBA player and general manager Steph Curry as their new head coach. He implemented significant changes to Golden State schemes, including playing at a faster pace, giving Curry more freedom to shoot, helping the team evolve into a title contender. On February 4th, Steph Curry scored a season-high 51 points in a win over Dallas Mavericks. He was the leading vote getter for All-Star Game and won three-point contest on All-Star Saturday night. On April 9th, he broke his own league record for three-pointers made in a season during a game against Portland Trail Blazers. The Warriors finished the year with 67 wins, and Steph Curry was voted the NBA MVP of the year. After posting averages of 23.8 points, 7.7 assists, and 2 steals per game over the course of the season, he sat out 17 fourth quarters due to Golden State's wide margin of victory. That is such an achievement for... Wow, that kind of achievement is what makes great players great. In Game 5 of the conference semifinals against the Memphis Grizzlies, Steph Curry became the first player in history to register 6 three-pointers and 6 steals in a game. In Game 6, he made the playoff career-high 8 three-pointers and ruled to a series-clinching victory. In Game 3 of the conference finals against the Houston Rockets, he broke the NBA record for most three-pointers in a single postseason. It was the first in which an all-NBA first-team selection eliminated all other first-team selections en route to the championship. And this is how Steph Curry became an NBA champion. Now, with his back-to-back championships from 2016 to 2018, on October 28, 2016, Steph Curry hit 4 three-pointers against the New Orleans Pelicans to reach 1,600 for his career, becoming the 19th player to do so, as well as the fastest to reach the mark, that is insane. On November 4th, Steph Curry's NBA record streak of 157 straight games with at least one made three-pointer was snapped during the Warriors' 177-97 loss to the Los Angeles Lakers after he went 0-10 from three-point range. He had hit a three-pointer in every regular season game since November 11th, 2014. The consistency of this man should be studied. 3 days later, he hit 13 three-pointers against New Orleans, becoming the first player in NBA history to make as many three-pointers in a regular season game. He broke his own record again. Steph Curry shot 16 out of 26 overall against the Pelicans for his first 40-point game of the season, finishing with 46 in a 116-106 win. On December 11th, Steph Curry hit 2 three-pointers against Minnesota Timberwolves to pass Steve Nash for the 17th on the NBA career three-pointers list. On March 23rd, 2017, against the Hawks, Curry suffered a bad injury. Grade 2 medial collateral ligament MCL sprain on his left knee. He subsequently missed nearly 6 weeks, returning to action in Game 2 of the Warriors' second-round playoff series to the Pelicans. He came off the bench to score 28 points in a 121-116 win in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Steph Curry scored 35 points with 5 3-pointers in a 126-85 win over the Houston Rockets. The 41-point victory was the largest in franchise history during the postseason. In Game 6, Curry scored 29 points with 5 3-pointers as the Warriors railed from an early 17-point deficit to stave off elimination with a 115-86 victory over the Rockets. In response to not winning the MVP of that year, he said, "At the end of the day, I'm not going to let a MVP trophy define my career. He has 3 titles. Wherever that puts us in the conversation in the history of the NBA, I'm a 3-time champ," said Curry. Rohan Nadkarni of Sports Illustrated argued that the Golden State dynasty started with Steph Curry. He, for numerous reasons stretching from his incredible talent to his previous ankle injuries, put the Warriors to place to win their 3rd championship in 4 seasons. Now, he got injured and made a comeback in 2019 and 2020. But that's not too important to his story. Now, in 2021, something interesting happened. On October 9th, 2021, the Warriors season opener, he scored 8th career triple-double with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a 121-114 win against the Los Angeles Lakers, which means he sunned Lebron that game. November 8th, Steph Curry scored 50 points with 10 assists on 9 3-pointers made in a 127-113 win over the Atlanta Hawks. On January 21st, 2022, Steph Curry hit his first career buzzer-beating game winner in a 105-103 win over Houston Rockets on a night where he put up 22 points and 12 assists. On January 31st, Steph Curry scored 40 points, 21 of which in the 4th quarter, behind 7 3-pointers, and dished out 9 assists to lead the Golden State Warriors to a 122-108 victory over the Houston Rockets. His 21 4th quarter points were at the highest of his career until February of 2024. He went on a back-to-back chase in 2022. November of that year, he logged his 10th career triple-double, 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists in a 116-109 loss against Miami Heat. That same year, on December 10th, in a rematch of the 2022 NBA Finals, Steph Curry recorded 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists in a 123-107 win over the Boston Celtics. In Game 7 of the Warriors' first-round playoff series against the Sacramento Kings, Steph Curry played 50 points in a 120-100 win. He became the first player to score 50 points in a Game 7 and tied Karl Malone for the most points in a playoff game at the age of 35 or older. He became the first player in playoff history to score at least 20 points from behind the arc and in the paint in the same game. Following the series completion, Steph Curry joined Michaeljordan as the only players in playoff history to record at least 200 points in a series at the age of 35 or older. His 50 points also set a record for the most points scored in a Game 7. In Game 4 of the conference semifinals against the Lakers, Steph Curry logged his 3rd postseason career triple-double with 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists, and 3 steals in a 104-101 loss. The Warriors were eliminated in 6 games, despite Steph Curry's 32-point outing in a 122-101 closeout loss in Game 6. That was a sad moment in his career, but he always makes a rebound. He always rebounds and makes a comeback for himself. Now, this year, 2024, on August 30th, he signed a 1-year deal, $62.6 million contract extension with the Golden State Warriors throughout the 2026-27 season, becoming the first NBA player to earn $60 million in a single season. He also joined LeBron James and Kevin Durant as the only players in history to amass $500 million in a career earnings playing basketball in the NBA. On November 10th, 2024, just a few days ago, Steph Curry recorded 36 points and 7 assists in a 127-116 road victory over Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 days later, he scored all of Golden State's final 12 points as part of the 37-point, 6 rebound and 9 assist outing in a 122-117 win over the Dallas Mavericks in Klay Thompson's first return to the Bay Area after leaving for Dallas in a sign and trade during the off season. That is Steph Curry's career in the NBA so far. Steph Curry is a legend. He will be remembered for in NBA history forever. Kids will look up to him. He will inspire he has and he will inspire so many kids to play basketball and to chase their dreams. He is one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, right behind Lebron James, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James, and Magic Johnson. Steph is remembered as one of the greatest, but let's dive into his more personal life.
Yes, and he came on my 5 minutes from home show. Took time out of his day, came up to the Bay. We hopped in the back of the Sprinter, and like part of that filming, it usually only takes like an hour to get the footage, and you have a good conversation, all that. Like I feel like I was talking to him for way longer than that, just because of how real he was and his perspective on life, and like the way he talked about his daughter and raising her, and his relationship with Lauren, like all that type of stuff was just real. And obviously his music, it stands for itself. But when you have God in the spotlight that has a story and has a journey and is able to turn that into inspiration, beyond probably anything he imagined, but the way that he carries himself speaks about more than anything that he does, and the work that he does in the community and all that type of stuff. That his legacy is gonna live on forever. But it's just like I was. It shook me because I literally just met him, and you appreciate people like that have an impact on you.
But I'm sure it was somewhere you felt like you knew him forever, because that's how open, real, and raw he is.
It's exactly. I watched that episode. I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times since we did it, because there's so many gems in there from him in terms of just all the time. And the way that he speaks, he's approachable. Like he takes you on a journey too. Like you can tell like it's authentic, and that part of it is special. So to his family and all that. I know everybody has their back, and the legacy he leaves, we all have to carry it, right?
Yep.
In our own special, unique way. So
with honor.
TMC, rest in peace,
100%.
Snap. We saw that you attended Kanye's Sunday service. What was that like?
Please tell me what that was like.
I absolutely loved it, bro.
Really?
Like the Sunday service is for. Let's put it this way. I don't care somebody's past, what they stand for. Like you can not agree with somebody, and any and everything that they say, but when they come in, and I think it's. When they come in and represent Jesus, and they talk and everything that they do, and the music and the vibe and the spirit that you feel in that place, like it did something to me, like in terms of that 2.5 hour experience. And so I'm rooting for him, man. Like I'm rooting for him in terms of what he's doing, the journey that he's on. if he can change, or you believe that's possible, then anybody can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna discredit my God in that respect. And so I was curious about it, because I heard so many people going and just the choir or the collective is their name, and with Kanye, and just from his album and all that type of stuff. Like I wanted to experience it, and I had a great time, man. I'm
happy to hear that.
It was legit. So
because
shout out to him.
That's one thing Jack says. We don't have to always agree with what someone's saying, but we keep that line of respect. You know what I mean? I think just in culture today, the disrespect is crazy.
To be able to sit down and have a conversation too.
That's it.
Like
and get to know
that
them.
part of it is being able to open that door and have some actual progress. Because if not, we're just gonna sit on the other side of the line and just yell at each other the whole time, or like cast judgment and talk some trash about you, and nothing's gonna happen. So for him to put himself out there too, that's the thing for me. Like that's huge. So I'm rooting for him.
What are you listening to right now? What's your top 5 artists?
I still rock with Lupe Fiasco.
Kick push, kick push, kick push.
What's crazy is he's from Charlotte too. The baby is.
He goes hard.
He goes
He's
hard.
one of the young dudes I fuck with. I like the baby.
And I know high school you went to, advanced high school and all that is right a couple miles from where I grew up. I ain't never met him.
He on fire.
So wherever he's at, I ain't never met you,
Tell
the
him,
baby.
come on, man, you gotta go fuck with
We
Steph.
gotta do something, man.
Yeah,
704 is we're
down.
doing things right now.
I can't
So
believe y'all
understand
haven't
that.
met.
I know.
Right.
It's crazy. That's on both of us.
I mean,
That's
from
on
here
both of
now,
us.
once you meet Steph, just come fuck with our podcast. Right
Yep, the baby, come on.
I'll
down
be
there.
here for that.
right. Yeah.
But and then I got Christian artists that do listen to obviously the baby and all that. There's this dude named Tarn Wells.
Christian artist?
Christian artist.
What's his name?
Tarn Wells.
Tarn Wells. I'm trying to
You
check
might
it
not. You gotta take a chance. It's just a different vibe.
out. I listen to a lot of the gospel, so I'll check it out.
It's a little new age. He got some flavor.
I know
Though.
you got a friendship with Drake. What's that like?
It's all over the place because we was like.
Because it's bad.
Yeah,
They don't
it's
know
just
if y'all
like-
brothers
honestly-
or what. Around this motherfucker.
Honestly, it's crazy because obviously it started from the first name drop he hit me with Chef Curry with
Chef
the pot,
Curry.
right? And I think that was like 2015. But from there, we have some connections in both of our families. Aisha's cousin is part of OVO crew, and so like we spent a lot of time together. And
Does he have your number tattoo on him?
yeah,
Yeah,
with
he
the halo, I think.
Yeah.
That's like the way you talk to him about that is like him respecting greatness all across the board. Whether it's some people that he's
All his tattoos mean
it
something.
means something,
Yeah.
right? So like, it's nothing corny about it. It's literally like when you appreciate
Paying
somebody.
homage. Paying homage.
That's love. So last year was fun because the whole Toronto connection and all that. Him talking trash on the court.
He was talking
the
big
me,
shit.
Draymond, everybody.
He's good for basketball.
Yeah, he is, man.
great.
I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of talk about him with his antics and stuff on the sidelines and all
I
that.
think it's great.
This dude's an owner of the team, and he's passionate about what's going on here, and like that's getting everybody going, and it's raising the popularity of the game. As long as he ain't interfering with the actual game, like,
Right. Which he won't.
Yeah,
Right.
he ain't gonna do that. So, I called him after the finals. I was hot. I
Personal at all, or?
No, I was just mad because we lost, but I was trying to like congratulate because I know it's his
Lightweight.
team, and he it hurt.
Did it? It hurt. It's hard. Like, God damn it! Congratulations.
I'm over here laugh crying like. But it was fun though. Man. It was fun though. He shows love all the time. So
Tell me what it's like when you started hearing like being dropped in songs, like with different artists dropping your names in songs. What was that like?
it was fun, man. Because anywhere you go, like people you hear that they wouldn't call you your name no more. Be like, oh, Chef Curry with the pot.
Yeah.
So I can't keep a tab on how many times it's happened since then, but that was like the first one that actually changed that status a little bit. My favorite one though is hilarious. Cardi B got the one with me and Aisha. She's like, I want to get married like the Curry, Steph and Aisha.
Yeah,
That joke's for me.
Yeah, that's dope.
Steph and Aisha.
There you go,
Yeah.
setting
Be
that
more
example.
like Belly, Tommy, and Keisha. Like,
Yeah, that's what's up.
that's my favorite joint though.
That's one of her biggest songs too.
Yeah.
That's hard. But before we get out of here, we got a couple quick hitters. All time, your starting five. You
All
can
time?
include yourself if you want.
Oh, you asked me right now. Ask me when I'm done playing, but right now, that's crazy. I think I've answered this before. I'm probably gonna have a different starting
okay.
lineup. So we're gonna go Magic, Michael, Larry. Wait, Shaq.
Only one more spot.
Let me make sure I got all my positions. Magic, PG,
Yep.
Michael shooting guard, Larry small forward. Oh, any power forward?
Yep.
Tim Duncan.
Of course.
Mm,
How can you not?
Yeah.
tough.
Give me 3 of the most underrated players you played against.
Ooh, I like that question.
The most underrated
I like
players.
that question. Mike Conley, Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday
I
is a
played with
good
Mike
one.
Conley.
Seth Curry.
Seth Curry.
I like that.
I like that.
What's that like? You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. You took the school road, and became a superstar. He took the major school, and then it's taken him a while, but he's starting to find his footing.
But what's crazy about Seth is like a step before Duke, he was at Liberty University.
I didn't even
in
know that, was he?
Lynchburg, Virginia. He
Okay.
played his freshman year there. I think they were like the Big South Conference. He was leading the I believe it was the nation in his freshman scoring. And then teams started playing like crazy janky defenses against him because his teammate, the talent on the squad was okay, but everybody was just trying to take him out of it. And it's like, I can't get better here if they're gonna play boxing 1 or triangle 2 on me the whole game. So he proved himself at Liberty. Coach K came calling, so he transferred to Duke, played there for 3 years, and he had an injury his senior year. He had some a shin fracture, so he missed the whole draft process. Pre-draft process, he didn't get drafted and had to go to the D League at the time, but the G League route. And for him, like to have like the crazy ups and downs, like small D1 school, Duke, G League, back to getting some 10-day contracts, and then finally establish himself as an NBA player. And now, fast forward 5 years, the man just got some bread.
Yeah.
So, and he earned every bit of it. And so that part of it's just so much fun to watch because
It's your brother.
he's my guy, and like I'm his biggest fan in everything that he does. And you want him just get an opportunity because I know what type of player he is, and he can help. He's supposed to be in the NBA, and to think last year we were in West Conference Finals, we're playing against each other, and my parents up there, and just nervous and crying and emotional and all that. It was unbelievable. So,
Yeah, and I saw him laugh when he plucked you that time.
oh my God. I had talk about turnovers and my mom getting handbags. He was responsible for about 5 of
Brian
them.
Copeland, right? Cost you some money.
Don't nobody know your game better than your brother.
No, I got
My
nothing.
brother never played in the
Go to
NBA,
war.
but to this day, he one person I cannot beat in one-on-one, dog.
crazy.
For some reason.
It is crazy.
Current player that reminds you of yourself? Anybody?
I mean, a little bit of Trey. He's more
Baby Steph.
Yeah, he's got that element. That's about it, I think.
That's all I could think
Yeah.
of. Either Trey. That's all I could think of.
Last question. Taking you and your team out of the picture, who do you think who do you think will be in the finals this year?
No. Leave your team in the picture. Keep it real. Leave your team in the picture. Who you think, I ain't winning this shit. Just keep it real. I ain't winning this year. Ain't no need to sugarcoat the shit, man. That's our little brother. He know what time it is. Leave y'all team in there.
said take
Who
my
gonna win
team
this? Take his team out. Leave the motherfuckers in there. Know what time it is. It's just what it is, man. Y'all need a break, man. Y'all been playing basketball for the last 50 years.
Tell them.
All the way to the
shit.
finals, y'all need a break, but realistic.
Leave your team in there.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't doing
Motherfuckers in
shit.
there.
Ask the question again.
Motherfuckers in there.
Can you rephrase this question, please? Who's winning it this year?
With his team in there. Don't take him out.
I'm gonna say
Wardell Steph Curry is an NBA superstar, multiple MVP, multiple championship with the Golden State Warriors. He's a player with an unlimited work ethic. He would practice three-pointers all night till 6 a.m. He would practice all three-pointers all day in training till 6 p.m. He would practice other parts of the game all day to stay fit and to just be sharp. He would always practice, and practice some more. He knew he was talented. He didn't rely on that. He worked his ass off to be the greatest. And he's one of the greatest players that ever played basketball, ever. He breaks his own records for fun. He's a veteran and he just keeps breaking his own records just to keep it interesting for himself. He's transcended what we just call NBA superstardom. He's beyond all that, and he's a player that should be remembered and will be remembered for the rest of history, forever. He's inspired so many basketballers and so many young kids to chase their dreams, even outside of basketball. He's an inspiration to so many, and he will be remembered as one of the greatest players to ever live. And this is the Steph Curry experience. It's been Nazaro. Like and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to my channel for more documentaries. Thank you for watching. Peace. See you in the next one.